Alright, boys and girls, we got our showdown slate on Thursday. I'm gonna make this video real quick. Um, if you're newer to NFL DFS, what you're basically trying to do on these showdown slates is you're trying to play players that are gonna be on the field, players that are gonna get looks, get touches, get targets, and you're trying to have a little bit of a different lineup. Than everybody else. That's the balance. Having your lineup a little bit different, just a little bit different, and playing players that are actually going to play. I know there's a lot of videos out there. Everybody's a guru. Everybody's an expert. Everybody's trying to give you a low owned play, so they look like some type of Nostradamus. And usually, what happens is these low owned plays, these guys don't even see the field. They don't see much of the field. They don't get any targets. So just try to focus on players that you know are going to be on the field. That's the best advice I can give you. Obviously, with DraftKings, the better the player, the higher the salary, the less you can do with your lineup. I try to find some type of balance with a mid-range player with a higher ceiling and a lower salary. I like Henry, Pacheco. Obviously, I'm not going to say obviously because some people don't know. If you're playing Pacheco, a running back with Mahomes, you could play him naked. You might want to try to pair him up with Mahomes. More the wide receivers, Rice you will want to pair with Mahomes, but Pacheco you could play naked. Always try to have a game script in your mind how you think the game is gonna go. If you figure out or put in your mind how you think the game is gonna go or how it should go, play the players to reflect that. Because if the game goes how you think it's gonna go, your player's gonna get all the points. So to make it a little bit simple, let's say we play Rice and the captain. Your next step, you might want to. You don't have to do anything. What you might want to do, pair him with Mahomes. Why? Because Mahomes is going to be the one throwing him the ball, so they both get the points. I know I'm going a little bit. I'm going a little bit slower than you seasoned veterans, but we're just pretending like some people that are watching are newer to NFL DFS, so we want them to be able to follow along. So just bear with me. So we're gonna go Rice. We're gonna go Mahomes, right? Do we think Kelsey gets touches too? Of course. Can we fit him in this lineup? We can try. Let's try to throw in Kelsey. So now you got Mahomes with two weapons. Okay. What are you thinking now? What are you looking for? You're looking for a shootout, right? You got Rice, you got Mahomes, you got Kelsey. Let's start looking for players on the other side that's going to be involved in a shootout. So obviously you're looking for receivers or tight ends. You got Flowers 8K. You got Mark Andrews 6,400. I'd probably go with the cheaper guy to give us a little bit more room for the rest of the lineup. So you got Rice, you got Mahomes, you got Kelsey. We're bringing it back with Andrews. Okay, we're not going to be able to fit Lamar Jackson in this lineup. However, Lamar Jackson is one of these quarterbacks that if in any lineup you play him in, you can play him naked because he gets a lot of rushing touchdowns. He runs the ball a lot. So he's one quarterback you could always play by himself on this slate or in the future. All right, we got $6,100 left. What are we gonna do? Kickers are always available. A good option on showdown slates, especially if you think it's gonna be a shootout. We have a healthy dose of Kansas City here, so it would make sense to pair them up with the Kansas City kicker. What does that leave us with? 7,600. Let's see what we could do with 7,600. Nothing much. Now, if we wanted to be cute, we're $400 away from Zay Flowers. Do we want to shove him in this lineup? It would make sense. So let's see what we can do with Zay Flowers. Let's take out Butker. Let's put in Flowers at 8K. Let's see what's left. Ravens defense, Aguilar. I'm not too high on Aguilar for this showdown slate. 3 targets, 4 targets, 5 targets, 2 targets, 4 targets. Last few games with the Ravens. I don't feel confident in Aguilar, even though this is a tournament. This is a tournament lineup. He's not a bad play. Because all you might really need from him is 1 touchdown. So let's say you throw in Aguilar. You still have $800 left. That's fine. But you got 2 Kansas City pass catchers paired up with Mahomes. You got 2 Baltimore pass catchers. I'm sorry, you got 3 Baltimore pass catchers. So what are you looking for in this lineup? You're basically looking for Lamar Jackson to not run so much. You're looking for him to be in a pass-heavy game, and you're looking for a lot of points to be scored. That's what you're looking for. So this is basically just a shootout game script. This is how you would try to build this lineup out. For those of you that don't have that much experience with showdown slates. If you think Lamar Jackson is going to go crazy, obviously we don't know how these games are going to go. So you might want to just, prepare yourself. If you think Lamar Jackson is going to go crazy, or it's going to be a running game, you could do Henry up top. You could pair him up with Lamar Jackson. You think these guys are just going to go crazy running through the Chiefs. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying if you think that's what's going to happen, you want to run Henry. You might want to run Jackson. We got 62 left. If you think those guys are getting in the end zone, let's jump on the kicker. See how much money we have left. We got 67 left. What do we do with that? You could still fit in Andrews, 6,400. You'll probably get in Rice. If you think Pacheco is going to run it back the opposite way, I don't see this game going like this. But this is just to cover your behinds. If you think this is going to be a running kind of game, you got Pacheco. You could probably fit in Butker, and you have 71 left. And with this, you could probably stick in Mark Andrews. Lineup's not that bad, to be honest with you, but just giving y'all a little bit of clarity of how to look at building this. If you're playing 1 or 2 lineups, play players that you know are gonna be on the court, on the field. If you're playing a lot of lineups and you want to take some shots, then that's when you start playing. You could play your Watsons and your Aguilars, your Likeleys, stuff like that. But I want to play players that are going to be on the court, on the field. You feel me? I do have a FanDuel lineup built out. I'll probably tear that down and build another one with you guys, just so y'all have a little bit of an idea. I appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the bell, thumbs up the video. All that so you know when I do drop more NFL videos. I am currently still making MLB videos. If you're struggling in cash, you need help, you want me to build your lineup for you, you could check out my Patreon linked in the description. You could check out my channel memberships, which include NFL lineups. Just read the description of the different tiers. And super chats are always open. And in my description, we do have promo codes for the Patreon to give you a little bit of a discount. All right, let's go to FanDuel. All right, so we got a lineup here. Pricing's a little bit differently. We got Zay Flowers, paired him up with Lamar Jackson. I always try to pair up a receiver with his quarterback. Tucker, if those two, if Lamar and Flowers get in the end zone, then Tucker's gonna be kicking the kicks. Obviously, we got Rashi Rice. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for a back and forth game. If the Ravens get the lead, what you're looking for is for Kansas City to throw it more. If the game is going to be tied up a little bit, then it'll be a little bit more balanced. We got Pacheco and we have Rice from Kansas City to balance it out a little bit. All right, let's get these out of here. Let's build one more lineup and let's get out of here. Let's build the Kansas City heavy lineup. I usually don't want to put the quarterback in MVP because they're usually the most popular there. Let's try Kelsey's going to be popular also. Let's try a Kelsey MVP. Obviously, we're going to shove Mahomes in this lineup. Things are going to be very tight pricing wise. We know that. Let's throw in the kicker. What we can do is you got Hardman to relieve some salary, but I don't think I'm ready to go there yet. Let's run that back with. Let me see something. Derrick Henry's 1450. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything with this. No, we're not. All right. So let's run this back with Andrews or Flowers. Let's throw in Andrews. Let's say we think Andrews is going to have a big game. So we got Kelsey, Mahomes, Butker. That covers Kansas City. We got Mark Andrews. Looking, if you're thinking the Baltimore is going to be playing from behind, then Lamar Jackson is going to be throwing it to Mark Andrews, and then you could probably plug in Worthy or Bateman. As we get closer to Thursday, we'll have a better idea of which one we want to plug in. For now, let's throw in. Let's throw in Worthy. Let's throw in Worthy for now. We can always swap that out come Thursday. So basically, if you think it's a little bit of a shootout, then you're covered. You got Kelsey, who's going to get a lot of targets. Mahomes throwing it to him. Butker for the extra points and the field goals if needed. Mark Andrews on the other side of a shootout is going to get a lot of targets. And then the last guy in, we'll plug in Worthy or Bateman, whoever we think will get the most amount of targets on this slate in this game. All right. So listen, hope that helps you. I'm gonna go on and get out of here. I was just trying to give you a little bit of different pathways of how to go about this showdown slate and how you should go about all showdown slates. But I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Patreon linked in the description. Channel memberships right here on YouTube. Promotions. Discounts are available in the description. Also, we do have a season pass, an NFL season pass, which is discounted. That's also, you can see about that in the description. And I'm gonna go in and get out of here. Like I said, I do appreciate y'all watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao.